Prince Harry just made headlines again, and not for reasons the palace would approve of. The Duke of Sussex flew from Los Angeles all the way to Shanghai to promote sustainable travel. Yes, you heard that right. The man boarded what was likely a private jet to talk about greener, more responsible ways to fly. Oh, the irony.
Flew from LA all the way to Shanghai to apparently promote greener travel.
In
Would
hot
you
air
believe
balloon,
it?
or did he fly in an aeroplane?
I think it was a jet, don't you, Tom?
Right, okay. Well,
There's
Prince
a lot of
Harry,
hot air, though, isn't there?
he's made this surprise visit to China to give a speech highlighting the importance of sustainable travel, with including a subtle dig at the royal family.
Challenges will undoubtedly rise. But if there's one thing that I've learned in my life, it's that meaningful change never comes easily.
Harry gave a polished speech about the importance of meaningful change, all while reportedly generating over 6,000 kilograms of greenhouse gas emissions just for the round trip. That's roughly the output of a first-class flight from LA to Shanghai, according to the UK's Department for Energy Security and Net Zero. And just like that, Prince Harry's words about climate action came with a heavy carbon footprint. It gets better. Harry's travel company refused to comment on his emissions, which only added fuel to the fire. Critics quickly pounced, with some calling him a useful idiot for jetting off to China and seemingly endorsing their energy policies, conveniently overlooking the country's massive coal dependency. But to be fair, China is a green energy giant in the making. By 2030, they're expected to produce more solar energy than the entire US generates from all sources. They're investing in solar, nuclear, hydro, and gas. Everything all at once. Impressive, right? But here's the twist. They're still burning through fossil fuels like there's no tomorrow. Back in the UK, not everyone's clapping for Harry. Ed Gemmell, leader of the Climate Party, didn't hold back. He flat out called the trip ridiculous, urging Harry to live it if you preach it. Gemmell pointed out that Harry reportedly travels over 83,000 miles a year, enough to require planting 1,000 trees just to offset his carbon output. I haven't flown in 7 years, Gemmell said proudly. And he added that unless world leaders begged him to help save the planet, he'd stay grounded until electric or hydrogen planes were ready. In his view, if Harry truly cared about net zero goals, he could have delivered the speech on Zoom and set an example. Interestingly, electric and hydrogen-powered flights are already in the works. Birmingham Airport is building hydrogen refueling infrastructure and hopes to launch domestic hydrogen flights within the year. By 2027, they aim to serve up to 80 passengers on routes to Mediterranean destinations. It's not science fiction. It's happening now. The debate circles back to performative activism. Remember when Greta Thunberg famously sailed across the Atlantic to avoid flying, but the crew that brought her flew back home by plane? Critics say it's all theater, but Gemmell argues these symbolic moves spark trends. If more people stopped boarding fossil fuel flights, airlines would have to speed up innovation. Others warn about rushing into tech too soon. What if hydrogen planes aren't the answer, and better technology emerges just a few years later? Britain's previous rush to ditch incandescent bulbs for clunky alternatives before LEDs came out still leaves a bad taste. But as Gemmell puts it, innovation doesn't happen without pressure, and China's already cashing in. The net zero economy is worth nearly $8 trillion globally and growing 15% a year. Meanwhile, the UK's economy struggles to grow even 1%. If the government took green tech seriously, the country could be leading this economic revolution instead of trailing behind. But all that is long-term talk. For now, the focus is squarely on Harry and his credibility. As one commentator said, people don't exactly see him as a great intellect. Sure, he makes speeches and flies around to conferences, but is anyone really listening? Or are we all just watching another royal contradiction unfold at 30,000 feet?